test.
Alright, and then you can still hear me?
Yep, we're good.
You can hear the game okay?
Yep.
Awesome. We're going to switch over here. Alright.
I mean, it's all you really need for this game.
Give me a sec here. What is it right now?
Just the timer. There you go. Yeah, that's the screen.
Alright, we are ready to go.
Nice.
Alright, so go ahead, introduce yourself. We'll get going here and give us a countdown.
Alright, I'm eBloodyCandy, so good morning everybody. Welcome to Kirby Streamland Extra Mode. I'm going to count us down and we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so Kirby Streamland, the first Kirby game of the entire series. The first 20 seconds of this game is pretty much hold right, press A few times. Optimally, we're going to try and get to a segment with just about 3 health towards the end of the stage. Pretty much, the Green Greens level is very straightforward. The first randomness of this level is Poppy, which we're going to see here right now. Poppy is guaranteed to give you 2 bombs right off the get-go. However, he has 3 attacks right afterwards, and he can either do a fast bomb like he did there for us, or he can do a slow bomb, or he can just slide at us. You want the fast bomb, obviously, because it's quicker. So here we're going to take a damage boost. So in extra mode, everything moves about 1.5 to 2 times faster, and everything does about 2 damage to 3 damage now versus the 1 damage in normal mode. The tree climb is exceptionally dangerous, especially with 1 to 2 health, because everything in here can kill you. Always kill the chicken, because the chicken oddly does 2 damage as well. There is a health refill in here, but it's still kind of dangerous to get to. So here we're going to go into Wispy. In extra mode, Wispy has, I guess, a new attack with the apples. Instead of dropping 3 apples at a time, Wispy is now going to drop Gordos with the apples. Optimally, you want 1 Gordo and 2 apples to drop, like we're getting right now. But Wispy can also puff a whole lot of wind as well. And Gordos in this game, unlike all the other Kirby games, do 3 damage to you. So instead of doing the 1 damage, typically in future Kirby games, these Gordos do half your health bar. So moving on to Castle Lolo now. Right at the get-go, you get greeted with an enemy. So here we have the microphone, pretty much a staple in the Kirby series. All of you guys know that Kirby loves to sing, so however in the speedrun we're going to take that microphone and swallow it, and we're never going to use it again. There are also bombs in this as well. This game doesn't have the abilities or copy powers, whatever you guys want to call them. Another random factor is the Lolo and Lolo mini boss here. If Lolo and Lolo are on the first row there, right as soon as Kirby gets in, it's pretty much impossible to get up there. So there I want to kind of show off that you can actually hit Lolo and Lolo before the Gordos come out. So in normal mode, Lolo and Lolo don't use the Gordos after the block, they just throw a block and walk away. Extra mode, they put a Gordo at the end, and like I said, Gordos do 3 damage. And we don't want to take any damage in this stage at all, because we're going to try and do something called Curry Kill, and again, this is another random factor in the game. We're going to try and one-cycle the boss of this stage. If you recall in SGDQ, I soft-locked the game here, so we're going to try not to do that here. Alright, now we're going to fight him just normally. We got a bad pattern to begin with, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So here you can see how Lolo and Lolo just kind of like randomly go about. So you kind of have to like guess and check to see where they're going to come out of. And that's stage 2. So going into stage 3, which is Float Islands, this is, in my opinion, the hardest stage of the entire run. You want to try and get to this entire stage without taking any damage at all. And the reason it's hard is because those, I'll call them blackbirds for the sake of people not knowing what the names are, they kind of track your last location where Kirby was, and they'll dive at you, and they do 2 damage. So here we're trying just to dodge all of this stuff right now. And when we get to Kabula, which is the blimp boss at the end here, we want to have full health, or at least try and have full health, because that fight is very aggressive. In normal mode, Kabula kind of hangs back and kind of just is very slow. Extra mode, Kabula is very fast and very aggressive in her attacks, so we want to try and keep as much health as possible. And we're coming up to the hardest segment of Float Islands right now, which is the ship and the laggiest section of the game. So here we're going to skip that curry plate right there. So the reason we skip the curry is because whenever you shoot fireballs out of your mouth, you create extra sprites on the screen. And since this is a Game Boy game, Game Boy already has a hard enough time trying to render in a lot of sprites on the screen as is, as you saw right there. So to eliminate a lot of lag, we just skip that curry altogether. So moving on to the stretch before Kabula, there's 3 enemies on the screen, but we only need to take care of 1. See ya. And then we get the mint leaf, and now we're ready to go. So here's Kabula. Doesn't look like much. So here we're going to try and not miss a shot. That'd be great. So you pretty much just tank every hit that it throws at you. Which is a little menacing come stage 5 because you have to do all the boss refights again. And Kabula is the second boss you face, so depending on how your first boss goes, it kind of sets the tone for stage 5. Bubbly Clouds, this is the longest stage of the run. This is kind of your endurance round right here. Getting to the Scarfies here. Just like in every other Kirby game in the world, if you try and suck in a Scarfie, they get very upset and they try to blow you up. So we just try and float past them as best as we can. In extra mode, those umbrellas are just angry at you and they will follow you and try and track you down and kill you. So here we're going to try and break that sprite off screen just so we can reduce some of the lag. And here we're going to try and do something what I call the long jump, which is over the 2 Scarfies. And we got it. So that saves like 0.2 seconds, if that. It just looks cool. That's why we go for it. So here we're going to try and do an enemy despawn. What we're going to try and do is basically sprite overload the Game Boy. As you can see there in the top right corner that sprite, there's supposed to be 2 sprites here, now there's only 1. So that's the only despawn, at least that we know of, that works 100% of the time. All the other despawns that we do are kind of random, and we don't know why they actually work the way they do. The Kracko fights. So this is Kracko Jr. Kracko Jr. is a scripted fight. It's never random at all. It will always drop 3 bombs and little cannonballs. What you have to do is you have to duck in that corner. If you don't duck in that corner, you'll actually get hit by a cannonball, even though you're clearly out of the way. It's really good hitboxes in this game as well. Oh, we didn't get the background glitch. So you can save a little bit of, some frames, I guess, glitched into the background here. The problem is you can't see where you're going. So, yes, it saves time, but it's one of those, it hinders your sight, so you might mess up that wall to get through a little faster. This next screen here is the Starfall room. So, in normal mode, these stars that fall from the sky don't hurt you at all. You can just walk right through them. In extra mode, these stars do 1 damage to you. And when you get hit, it causes a lot of lag, so you have to stop shooting. And obviously, when you stop shooting this section, it's a little bit slower. So here we gotta not hope for the Pelican of Doom, which we're safe. So, like 5% of the time, there's sometimes a Pelican that will just spawn on the left side of the screen for some unknown reason. And it does 2 damage to you, and it just messes up your entire float up to the Kracko fight. So here we're going to try and prep for what we call the Kracko double hit. So I need Kracko to kind of obey here. Okay, so I need Kracko to dive at me so I can set up something called a task bit, or an instant action. And what that allows me to do is that it allows me to instantly shoot a star out of my mouth. So even if we miss the first instant action on this, it's fine as long as we get a bomb regardless, so we don't miss a cycle with the fight. With the instant action, we can't get hit, we can't press up, we can't suck in from a distance, we have to be within like a couple pixels of the object that we suck in. So now going into stage 5, this is, I mean, some people might say it's the longest, but it's short in terms of like there's 4 mini stages to get before you get the boss guy, and then you have DDD. The hardest part about this stage is that there is no health power-ups at all. So if you take a lot of damage in one of these side stages, you're either better off taking a hit, or which is just a death, or trying to power through it. So here we get to see Lolo and Lola without the curry again. So yeah, this is just the normal fight now. They have 3 health each, and we kind of just try and tank. We don't want to take too much damage in this fight because we do need to face Kabula next. But sometimes just tank the hit just to get through a little faster. So again, depending on how much health we have, we will face either Kabula or Krako. And since we're pretty much full health, we're gonna go face off against Kabula. So if you don't hug the right side of that fall right there, that octopus will actually hit you on the way down. Gordos in stage 5 will instantly kill you, no matter how much health you have. You can do something called Gordo clips, which is basically taking damage and this damage boosted behind a Gordo. Very, very risky in extra mode, just because everything does so much damage to you, unlike Kabula right now apparently. Okay, so we have 3 health, which means I'm probably going to try and take a Gordo clip. Probably not here in Krako, but maybe in Wispy Woods. So here we're going to set up the task bit before we enter the door here, so hopefully if Krako wants to cooperate a bit, it'll do its base attack, which will be either a dive or a beam, and then it'll just do that immediately. That is textbook Krako right there. That's what you always want to see in a run. So every attack that Krako does is 2 seconds. Krako will never drop bombs back to back. Krako will never drop bombs to start the fight. Krako will either swoop, shoot, or drop bombs, and it will never duplicate its attack. So if it does a beam, it won't do a beam again. Its next attack will either be bombs or the swoop. So here we're going to go into Green Greens now, everyone's favorite Kirby music. So since that Muffin right there decided to shoot left right away, we're just going to float over it, because the Muffin does 1 damage, and I kind of want to do a Gordo clip here. So typically those, I call them jelly beans, they do 2 damage to you, but for some unknown reason in stage 5 they only do 1, so that's why we can get away with it there. So here, again, dodge the Gordos. If we actually touch Wispy's face, we'll die. Wispy's face does 2 damage no matter what. Apples do 1 damage if they hit you in the head. Let you guys enjoy the Green Greens music. So here we're going to flutter up so we can cut the music a bit faster. Reduces some of the lag frames and sound. So here we got the DDD fight. You're going to see DDD's a much faster fight than normal mode here. I don't have the health to go for double hits. Maybe if I do die in this fight, we'll show off the double hits in DDD. But I can't hit double D. I can't hit the penguin if he jumps right away again, because he's just entirely too fast. So when he does his hammer hit, he goes to Kirby's last known position when he flags the attack. So, and you have about 2 frames to get out of his suck if you're right in front of him. So that's a little terrifying. So this is a really bad DDD fight right now. That's fine. So this is a really bad DDD fight just to begin with. Like, had bad RNG. So we're gonna show off the double hits now that we have full health. I have yet to have a marathon run of this game where I haven't died in extra mode, so... Alright. There it is. So that's double hit DDD. You can see kind of how tight those jumps are, how quick you kind of have to be with those, so that's why when I had 2 health I didn't even attempt to do it. So we're going to try and manipulate DDD now since he doesn't have much health left. So whenever you get DDD off the screen like that, whenever he slides off the screen or jumps off the screen, he will automatically just dive back into the screen, and that's what we want. We want to try and create that like that manip, and that's time. Sorry, I didn't warn you ahead of time. So cool. Yeah, that's Kirby's Dreamland Extra Mode. I honestly recommend picking up the game. Even if it's just normal mode, like normal casually, it's really fun. It's pretty simple. It was my first speedrun I ever learned. It's just there's no glitches to it at all. It's just a lot of like movement optimization and understanding how the game actually works with the Game Boy itself. So with that, I'm gonna call it there. I'm passing on to everyone else. Thanks for having me, and see you guys later.
All right, thank you so much for that awesome run. And we have a few donations that we need to read real quick here. Gonna pass this mic to Helix.
Alright, we have had quite a few donations early this morning that we haven't had time to get to until now. 4 of those actually coming, no, I'm sorry, 5 of those coming from the original Xbox. There's one for $40 with no comment. One for $15 that says double the Matthew runs, double the fun, and that's referring to our Sonic Mania / Sonic CD runner earlier this morning. There's another $20 from him that says 900 hype, which means we have passed $900. And he also donated $5 and another one for $20, both with no comment. Meanwhile, we had $5 from Anonymous, also with no comment. And just recently, we had $15 from Anonymous, again with no comment. But thank you all for your generous donations. And we are very close to 1,000. And in fact, we're very close to our record of 1,069 set at Midwinter Speed Sprinter 2018. And I think we will absolutely smash that.
That was already here.
But thank you all for the support so far. Definitely means a lot. It's all going to a good cause, of course.
The PVMs are great because the quality is very good, the input lag is very low, and they can do a pass-through in the back, which makes capture a lot easier.
And up next, we have The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD with DNX 420. And there is a file name bid war for that. If you want to donate for that, you got to get your donation in right now. I will give you an update on... There is no donation for the file name bid war for the upcoming run, Wind Waker HD. So if you want to snipe that, get your donation in right now. And after that run, we have Mario Block, which should be very, very exciting. With Mario 3, Mario Odyssey, Mario World, and then Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island Race. That entire section of runs. Honestly, this entire day is nuts. And as a reminder, we do have another incentive for very early Sunday morning, which is, I'm sure fans of GDQ are very familiar with this. Save or kill the animals for Super Metroid. Currently, Kill is winning with $15 and Save has $0. So if you want to save the animals, you gotta start getting on that soon. You still have plenty of time. That's not until about 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, but... Also, every goal that we have left has been met. So, every like bonus thing, every incentive, everything that's not a bid war has been fulfilled. There is a chance that we have another bonus run or two, depending on if we need our setup blocks for actual setup or not. That just depends on if we get ahead of schedule. We will open those if we are able to.
What's the nut button for? Push it.
Oh yes.
So I hit that one. I hit yell time.
I think you could if you wanted. That would be hilarious.
Is there any other donations that were met? Like file didn't work?
I don't think there was a name.